Hello, welcome back to week number 2, the final portion here of Roleplay Mirrorshades. Adam, tell us about
SeaTac
our run.
Airport. How early do you get there? She's arriving at 10.
I think we should get there early.
Yeah, I'm awake at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, I just wake up and start putting together I'm cleaning my guns, I'm making sure everything's good.
Can we check flight status just to make sure there's not any delays or anything like that?
Yep, looks like it's on time.
Okay. Let's be there at 9.
Okay. Yeah, her flight is coming in from Montreal. She lands at 10. We'll have to go through customs because Quebec is a different country. And then she should be there.
Okay.
So what are you taking with you? You'll have your armored van. There's like one seat in the back where like Crusher can fit, and then some bucket seat type things in the middle, and then the driver's seat, someone next to them.
I mean, I would say for me, like, I load in,
3/4 of my ammo.
We're here to pick you up.
Like, I guess I walk over, like, the entire time I've been listening to everyone talk about the run, and I haven't, like, weighed in on anything. And so just by listening, I know that I'm just going to need, like, 4 mags worth. So it's 60, I think it's like 60 bullets worth.
Okay.
Or I guess that's, so 80 bullets worth. And so I just, like, load those into the car, and as I do, I look back at Bonbon and just, like, thumbs up. And it's almost as if it's like an approval type deal, like my head is tilted a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then,
Sure.
random question, Adam, but how scarce is gum in 2050 Shadowrun?
Well, I mean, it's one of the components you need to look like a total badass, right? So
Right,
there's
that's
there's
what
a
I'm asking.
plethora of sunglasses and chewing
Is it,
gum.
or is that just Duke Nukem?
No, I think it's a given. It's become a thing that you look cooler. It's like why cigarettes are still around. It's not because you want to smoke them. It's because you look cooler smoking than when you don't.
Right.
If you're a badass. If you're not a badass, then you're just gross.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you can just pop down to the old 7-Eleven, pick it up.
Okay. Yeah. I go down there and buy like 100 credits worth of gum.
So pretty much all the gum.
Yeah, I just like buy all those gum and just pop it down and like hand them the credits. And then like whoever's watching me like clean all the guns and stuff, I lay out 4 sticks, and every like 20 minutes on the minute I spit out the gum and get a new piece of gum.
Very, very efficient.
Yep.
Strange ritual.
Yep.
Crusher magic.
Exactly. And then I make sure I always have gum on my body.
Okay.
I'm like the driver, right? I've like kind of fallen into that role.
I mean, anyone in the party can technically, like, this is the thing about skills, is like anybody in the party could like basically do most of the skills. Like you could drive a car, no problem. You could drive a bike. You could probably figure out how to drive like a motorboat or something. But driving under duress, you're the only one that has the skill for that.
Okay. Got it.
Cool.
You could drive anyway.
It's probably smart.
Yeah, just in
So
case.
I'm sleeping in my car, waiting for somebody to wake me up.
All right. Okay. So, Crusher, are you like wearing all your armor and stuff when you go to the airport?
Oh yeah, I suit up and everything when we leave. I'm full on decked out armor, visors up. I don't even let anyone see my face except for the team.
What's the full seat layout of the car?
It's like a van, but instead of having 2 rows of seats, it's got a row of seats in the middle and then a big ass like single seat in the back, like a troll size seat, just over the axle. And then there's the 2 front seats, and then it's got like a sliding side door.
Okay, so I just stroll into the middle row and I sit in the back as if I'm being chauffeured around.
Okay, cool. Break down your driving. Bum, where are you gonna sit?
I mean, I'll sit wherever there's room, I guess.
Well, I guess
So-
more to the point. Where do you expect Hadia to sit?
Not in the front.
Not in the front.
Okay. All right, so the passenger seat is empty.
So I guess that's me.
Okay. Yeah, there's like that seat, and then there's the 2 in the middle.
You gonna
like,
sit next
row
to
seat.
me?
Yeah, I am.
The car smells
Thanks for the
that,
coffee.
Like, I mean, I guess it
welcome.
smells like soy calf now, but It had that weird, like, kind of plasticky, like, just cleaned smell. The car's paint job is not too shiny, but not shiny.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
It's just like rental car gray. Yeah. And so it was dropped off, and they gave you the keys and everything. You guys get in the van and head off to the airport.
Let's do it.
Vroom.
Okay, cool. So it's a pretty uneventful drive. Kind of a clearish day. It's a little overcast, hot as it gets in Seattle. You can see SeaTac Airport in the distance as you approach it. So it's like a massive, like, sprawling airport. It's got like several helipads and like planes coming and going. It's a pretty big deal airport. And there's like a security checkpoint on your way up the main road to the arrivals terminal. It's like a little booth, and they don't like stop anybody, but there's like a scanner, and it like scans the license plates and stuff as you drive up.
Okay.
Cool.
Bon, did you like explain to Crusher at all like his role in any of this, or are you just letting him be him?
No, actually, that was a conversation that I think definitely took place.
Okay.
Basically, it involved a lot of, you see this woman right here?
You like hand up a
doesn't care.
picture.
Yeah.
If you like have a picture, I just like grab the Polaroid and I just take it.
Crusher gets his own picture for sure.
So yeah, like as I'm packing up my gun and stuff, or cleaning my guns, like every once in a while I'll just like grab the picture and stare at it for like 5 or 10 minutes and then just put it away and continue cleaning the guns.
I mean, Crusher's like, you've done bodyguard work before, right?
Right.
So yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so you go through the security checkpoint, and are you gonna park, or are you just gonna sit in the like idle space?
You mean like the loading zone?
Yeah.
We would park, wouldn't we?
What are the rules these days? Have we got more lax days?
In
Yeah.
the cyberpunk future, you gotta pay for every minute that you're here. It's 2 new yen.
No.
Plus, you get oppressed while you're here.
No.
That's right. It's depression. Nice car. Nice face. I hate you. Feel bad.
I
think,
hate this. I don't want to be the driver anymore.
Shit.
Future
How are we gonna
sucks.
do this?
Yeah, I mean, if you pull up, like,
What's-
you've got a window before it gets suspicious, and someone comes over and is like, you can't stay here, like,
Well,
go park.
We said we would get there early. How early are we? Like 8 o'clock, or like 9:30?
I would think 9. I guess I can't wait.
9.
That's my character.
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we can idle there until 10:20ish. Like
certainly
when
not.
she gets out.
Yeah, certainly not in a car this tall, so people will notice if it's just sitting there.
Would it make sense for me to drop them off and then just kind of keep making the loop?
I think so.
Perhaps, yeah.
That's the most logical thing.
Cool.
Just drive.
Okay.
Just drive, breakdown.
I grab everybody off, and then
Did you listen? Were you listening to any music in the van on the way over, or was it just like a quiet ride?
It's a quiet ride. Well, if I have my way, it's a quiet ride. Maybe somebody put on music.
What I think Crusher does is he just blows a bubble every once in a while.
Just snaps his gum.
Yep.
I want to stay in the van so that I can just keep my eyes on everything. And if something happens, I mean, I don't think I'm going to shoot anyone inside an airport.
Do we
Probably
have
a good call.
Yeah. But maybe if I see someone in a building, like while we're circling, I could shoot them from the van. Or, while they're coming to the van, I could shoot someone.
Yeah.
question? Do we have walkie-talkies? Did someone buy walkie-talkies? Because
No.
it would probably be best if one of us is able to give me or Knight's Ass a head up when y'all's coming. Yeah?
Would you like to have retroactively purchased walkie-talkies?
I don't think I would have.
Okay.
I'm saying this out of character.
Sure, yeah.
I
Dodger
feel like
would have,
somebody
but Dodger is not in the van.
I feel
yeah.
like I
Dodger
feel like
would
this.
have bought some walkie-talkies.
Yeah. I think we would have probably. Yeah, but we would like to retroactively do this. Yeah.
I
Okay,
feel
that's
like they
fine.
would have been part of our arsenal for like a long time.
Well, so this is the thing. If you're just renting them, you can use the the company card. But if you want to keep them, yeah, you guys will have to someone will have to buy them. But you made a ton of last jobs.
Let you got all right. So we rented a really nice system with 4 base stations, and we all have our little own comm system. Of course, I don't need one because I have the cyberware for it. So
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so it's mounted on the dash and it's like plugged into the 2 like cigarette lighters.
I keep looking at it, but I don't dare touch it.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully the like steering wheel is like leather covered and not like fake leather, so you're
I went out and bought a wheel cover just in case.
Okay. All right, so the 2 of you, Breakdown and Night's Ass, you guys are in the van doing loops. I guess so. Bonbon, are you going into the airport by yourself?
No, I feel like I have to have Crusher with me.
So Crusher, dressed as he is, will never make it more than 5 steps into the airport. Like that would be like me putting on like a SWAT uniform or like SWAT outfit with the like helmet and stuff, and just walking into the airport. Like highly suspicious. You'd have security on you right
Well,
away.
you know what? There's security in the airport. So can Crusher just stay outside?
Yeah, I mean, just being on the airport grounds is going to be like suspicious. If anyone sees him, they're going to be like, "What the hell is going on?" This like heavily armored dude.
But do any of the authorization that we got as a part of the dossier, that won't help us in this situation?
Cursory glance by a lazy cop would be like, "Oh, they're bodyguards. I'm sure they have this paperwork. I don't feel like looking up. Whatever, go ahead." But if they actually looked, it would be like, "Okay, they're bodyguards, but that doesn't include, like, concealed carry permits or whatever, like ownership of this kind of armor or an assault cannon." You can get personal permits for that stuff, but it would be very suspicious to a police officer who thought to look.
I would go with you into the airport, Bonbon, but you know how it's going to be. I'm going to get recognized. It's going to be a frenzy, and they told us to keep this on the down low, so I think it's best if I stay in the van.
When I don't know. I'm like looking at Crusher. I'm like, fuck, he's not even. God.
Yeah, when you look at me, I just nod at you like badassly. I'm just like, and then I look back. I
Just like cock your
yeah, yeah. And I just blow a bubble and like stare back at the road.
Oh shit. Well, I really don't want to be the only one to go in there, but Crusher, I think you have to stay outside.
Again, I'm just like, I just nod to you.
All right, fine. I'll go with you. But if anyone recognizes me, like, we got a bolt, and you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. It always happens.
I wanna walk into the gift shop that is inevitably right there in the lobby and just purchase like a trucker hat that says "I love Seattle" on it
with the
and give
Space
it
Needle
to
on it, like an
yeah,
orca.
exactly, like it's obvious, and I'm gonna give it to Night's Ass.
Okay.
How much does that cost?
I would say like normally I was gonna be like 5 New Yen, but you're in the gift shop in the airport, so it's 10.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay. Yep. Boom.
Okay, I pull it. Like,
You'll be
way
fine
down.
now. Okay. All right, let's go.
All right. Cool. So you head inside into the like atrium, and you find the massive like view screens that show where where everything is, yeah. So you can find where a flight is coming in and the international arrivals. And you head that way. What time is it when you do this?
We showed up at the airport at 9.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So it's like 10 after.
9:15. Yeah.
Okay, so when you get to where the arrivals is, there's the usual gathering of like relatives and like businessmen and like limo drivers with their little hats holding signs that say the names of people in various languages. But there's also a group of people standing around. They look kind of like nervous. They're dressed like you would imagine like a church group would be dressed. Like they're all fairly conservative. Like the men are wearing like pleated trousers and like white shirts and ties, and the women are wearing like dresses appropriate for the weather, so like sundresses. But Some of them are holding like signs. They've got like wooden. I guess it wouldn't be wood, but like plastic posts with like board on the end. You can't see what's written on any of them, but they're like all talking, and they seem to be like looking up at the board, waiting for something. There's maybe like, I don't know, 20 of them. They're all human.
And what do the signs say?
You can't see from here.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not holding them up yet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, let's close in and see what this is all about.
When you go into the airport, like, do they pat me down to make sure I wasn't carrying or packing? Or?
No, it's only if you get on a plane.
Okay, so do I have my rifle on me?
Well, you can't conceal it, so unless you're just holding it out in the open, no.
You just have it on your back to where your head like can't lean back.
Yeah.
The butt of the gun is there.
Okay, so there's a chance that they're concealing. Okay. Yeah.
So do you have are you armed? Like you have I assume you have your pistol, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So your AK is in the van. Cool. Okay. How do you feel being in Seattle airport? Like you've been in this airport before when you were on tour. Does it bring back like nostalgia for you?
Yeah, when I see the people holding up signs, I have to expect them to all say like Night Sass, like we love you, like #1 Night Sass fan. But I can't see them yet, so it doesn't make sense that it would be for me. But I still like half expect them to.
You carry the hope or like the habit in your heart to like you start to get excited. You're like, oh, that can't be right.
Yeah, I get excited, but I like act like I know.
Right.
My cat more.
Okay. Cool. All right, so you approach the crowd, and they're all like there's a lot of like little like kind of anxious conversations, both with that group and then the other people. Like a lot of people are like, oh, what time it is? Like, is the flight here yet? Like, like it's airport conversation, right? Do you want to try and like get in close so you can hear what the like church group is talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So one of you can make a perception test for me. So just use your intelligence. The other can help. So whoever's making the roll, make the roll, but add one die for the other person.
My int is 4.
Your int is 4. My int is 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what should we do then? Just roll for.
Bon, you should roll and then just add 1 for Night's Ass helping you.
So
'cause you're
roll
both.
7, right?
Yeah, so roll 7. Target number is 4. They're whispering, but they're not like.
Okay, so
self-vocalizing or
7.
anything.
She doesn't have to roll for me to get the die.
No, she can just give you one. If we were physically playing together, she could just pick up one of her dice and give it to you. And you.
Okay, what's the target number?
target number is 4, I think. Yeah.
We got it.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
they're mostly like if you weren't already suspicious, it'd be hard to tell what's going on, because they're like most of the conversations are about like small talk, right? Like weather, local politics. They're complaining about some election, and then occasionally someone will be like, they'll ask a question. They don't use a name, but they refer to her a couple of times. They're like, oh, I can't believe the university is having her. Like, I remember back when it was, humans only, and like, so there's these like whispered like conversations, but they seem excited. Like they're not scared. They're like fired up. They're waiting for their big moment. They've been planning this.
All right, do we get the sense at all that like they're violent, or is it really just like a political movement?
So I mean that's different, right? Like you were just trying to hear what they were saying, but if you want to try to like suss out their intent, that's definitely going to be harder.
But nothing from what they're saying. I'm not. Yeah.
No,
I'm not getting any.
Like, yeah, what I was saying. Like, I would definitely have told you if they were like, I'm ready with my nuclear weapon. Like, it's just they're nervous, but they're nervous about like, it's excited nerves. It's like they're looking forward to their big moment.
Okay.
And using my circles, can I create like an airport contact since I've been here before?
Yes, absolutely. You can just be like, I know someone who
Do
works
it.
at the airport.
Okay, yeah. So I definitely know one of the officers here that work in customs.
Okay.
So, and usually
So
they would, give me a pass, let me import like the latest guitars from Japan, whatever I wanted. And so I want to ask them if they could just take, what's her name? Haidia. Maybe instead of having her exit where everyone's exit down this way, if they could just escort her out the back or just a different exit, we could meet her there.
That is a very good idea. Okay, so roll your circles, and we'll see how this person feels about you currently. Target numbers can be 4.
Good, do it.
And for 3 contacts, I have 2 circles, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
What was the target?
4. Target number's 4.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Nice. Okay.
Nailed it.
So what's this person's name? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it who is this person?
I never actually cared for his name, just some infatuated customs TSA agent, something. I don't even really know.
Okay. I will make up a name. Customs agent. Okay. And how do you get in touch with this person? Do you just go to customs and like ask to talk to him, or do you call him, or?
Well, I don't have a cell phone, so I can't call him.
There's like banks of payphones behind you. It's an airport. Of course they have payphones.
Okay. So I figure that he's given me his number at some point, and
Okay.
I keep some numbers that people give me in like a small Rolodex that I just like stuff in my guitar. So I'll just flip through it and I'll look for one that has the
I
Chicago.
like that your guitar is also a suitcase.
Of course.
Just put stuff in there. It makes the acoustics terrible, but storage space.
It's fine. I mean, I'm a
Sounds like
cover
banging
artist.
a back of rocks around. Yeah. All right. Cool. So you just want to walk over to like a payphone and give him
Yeah,
give him a
yeah.
call?
The one that has like the airport we're in, something about that. I look for that one. I call them up.
Okay. So I think you have his home number. So you probably wouldn't use that necessarily, but he isn't working today, so he picks up the phone. And he sounds kind of hungover, and he's like, "Hello."
Oh, so he's not there. Where? Hey, hon. Remember me? Night Sass?
It's like a long pause, and he's like, yeah, totally. Of course I do. I didn't think you were gonna call me. How's it going? What's up?
Yeah. I've just been busy. Finally getting around to it now. We'll catch up later. Do you know anyone that works at the airport right now that like I could talk to?
I mean, maybe. What do you need?
There's a friend that I have coming in, and I just need to I want to meet them right now, so I don't want them to get hassled, when they come out of customs. I want to meet them at
yeah,
back.
no, sure, VIP treatment. I got you.
Yeah, exactly. Like what you guys always said you'd give me.
Yeah, I think I could make a call for you. Do you want to try make a charisma roll? We'll see what this guy how he responds, if he's just gonna do it or if he wants something in exchange.
All right. I have negotiation as a skill. So
Well, if you just make an offer, he might just take it. You might not even have to roll. This is just on pure I'm famous and you're a nobody and you know me. I'm calling you. If you want to actually be like, hey, and if you do this for me, I'll do something for you. Then...
Yeah, I don't know what I would do for him though.
Okay. So you just want to go on your cachet alone?
No, I'll just say if you do this for me, then I don't know. Maybe we'll go on a date later.
I like the maybe and the later that you throw in there. Okay.
Yeah, when I'm.
All right. Make that charisma roll. We'll say target number's 3.
Do it.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. Okay, yeah, he's completely convinced. He's just like, really? A date? Oh, that'd be awesome. I've been meaning to go to this Thai place near my house, and he starts to kind of ramble nervously a little bit. And you kind of have to cut him off and remind him why you called him in the first place.
Oh yeah, I cut him off right away.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he apologizes. He's like, yeah, okay. Okay, well, I'll call them. And where are you right now? What terminal are you at? Just tell
We're
him.
just at arrivals.
Okay. And what's your friend's name?
Her name is Hadia Al-Fulan. Fulan?
So there's like a kind of a strange pause. Like he's quiet for a second, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll make a call. Somebody will come over and talk to you.
Okay.
So yeah, just like call me like anytime, like literally just like whenever, like
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be free one day.
awesome. Okay, all right." And he like waits for you to hang up first.
Yeah, I
And
hang up
then-
immediately after.
Okay. All right. So Bon, I think you caught like little bits of Night's Ass as part of the conversation.
Uh-huh.
And then you see a few minutes later, you see like a officer, like a customs officer, walking towards you. And so he
Walking
comes
towards
up,
me.
yeah, to both of you.
Yeah.
And he like looks at Night's Ass and then looks at Bon and looks back at Night's Ass and it's like, "Are you Night's Ass?"
Yeah, I'm Night's Ass. Yeah, Night's Ass. That's
Okay. Yeah, Andrew just called me. He said you got a friend, needs some special treatment or something.
Yeah, I have this. She's orc, right?
Yep, she's an orc.
Yeah, I have this orc friend named Hadia. She should be in customs right now. If you could give her the VIP and just, take her through the back passageway so I can meet her there, that would be really nice.
Okay. So he says you want to come along, or should I just take her out the side, or how do you want to do
Yeah,
this?
I'll come with you. Can my friend come too?
He seems kind of impatient and annoyed, and just kind of is like, "Let's fucking get this guy."
Okay,
Yeah,
I
let's
just
go.
grab on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So, you guys are taking down like one of those like weird like side alley. Like there's fast ways to get pretty much anywhere in an airport, but no one is ever allowed to use them. So this guy takes you into one of these like side corridors, and you can see out a window. There's like a plane that's just landed, and it's got like Quebec Air on it. It's got the big fleur de lis on the side, and it started to unload. He takes you to like a side door. Then he gets on his radio and like mentions the name. And after a few minutes, the side door opens, and you see a customs guy, and you see the woman from the photograph. You see Hadia. Hadia looks a combination of like jet lagged and kind of confused. And like a little put out, like she's really suspicious of plans getting changed. Like you can tell she's just like, "Whoa, hold on, what's going on? Like, why am I going down this other exit? Like, I just want to leave the." So she looks really nervous, like right out of the get go, and she's wearing like a purple T-shirt with a logo for some band on it, and like jeans and just like high top shoes. She's carrying a duffel bag and pulling like roller luggage, so she has both hands full. And she's wearing like a light blue like headscarf, and you can just see that she's got gold like hoop earrings on underneath. You kind of catch the edges of them because the scarf's pretty loose. And she looks at you and looks at the cops, and then kind of like looks like okay. Oh, also just to keep in mind, like she's an orc, so she's like 6 and a bit feet tall and like strong. Like she has like muscles. Yeah.
I immediately pull out the credentials that we have from dossier and and show them to her.
Okay, so she, visibly, like, you can see her muscles, like, unclench, like, the tension drains them, and she's like, "Oh, thank God." I thought this was going to be a mess right from the get-go. Okay.
We just want to make sure that you're safe. We're taking every possible precaution that we can, and we thought it would be best to do it this way. I'm sorry that you may have felt tense in the situation, but we got to take care of you.
She's like, I appreciate that. Hold on, there's something I'm supposed to do now. 1 second. And she turns around, she gets her, like, opens her bag, and she pulls out, like a card reader. It's just like a little handheld, like the one you'd use, like, a credit card on a restaurant. And she's like, she holds it out, and she's like, "I think that goes in here."
And I put the credentials.
Scan it. Yeah, it turns green, and she's like, "Okay. Good. All right. So you've met and she starts to say a name, and then she's like, Mr. Johnson." And then she's like, kind of like, "Yeah, I know how to do this."
Yeah, we met Mr. Johnson.
Good. Okay. So I need to be at the hotel. You have a car?
We do.
Good. All right. So she turns to the two like customs guys that are here, and they're like waiting to be like dismissed. And she's like, "Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Doing a great job. Really appreciate it." and they both are like, okay, fine, whatever, now we're done, and they leave. The guy that was with you is like, exits that way. You need to get to the parking lot, take a right. If you need to get back to the loading, it's this way. And you hear over his radio, there's like a squawk, and then somebody has like mentioned something about a protest, and you can hear shouting in the background. And he's like, there's a bunch of crazies with signs. I don't know. Can you get out here? And he's like, look, I gotta go. And so he heads off back the way you came.
Okay, I think we obviously want to go take that right and go to the parking garage.
Okay, all right. So as you're walking, she just makes like friendly conversation with you. Like she introduces herself, but says like she's like I'm Hidea, but I know you're not supposed to tell me your names, so that's okay. And like she's trying to remember all the stuff that Mr. Johnson told her about. Like, okay, when you meet Shadowrunners, this is like their deal.
Well, you probably already know my name, so it's fine.
And she, when you say that, she kind of like gives you that usual like, where are you from? Like look. And she like you can see she's hovering on the like edge of like awkward and polite, where she's like, oh god, I'm gonna have to tell her either a lie or I don't recognize her, and like kind of wants you to help. Like there's a little bit of helplessness there. Do you like nudge her along, or do you just let her squirm?
Yeah, I noticed that she's doing that, so I take out the hat and I just like pose as if in like one of my many posters. Like I do that like pose that I always do. Like
okay, make a charisma roll. I'm gonna say difficulty 6.
Oh god, this is gonna embarrass me.
I mean, you usually do this with more like holograms and stuff, but
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she's like,
Bill
yeah,
Rocker who?
I think I recognize you from that album you made. Like, oh god, please, like you're a musician, right?
Oh yeah, I've had lots.
So when you say that, she's like, again, like, oh thank god I didn't embarrass the Shadowrunner. And then just makes like polite conversation about music as you're like walking, and asks you questions about like Seattle's like music scene and like bars and stuff she's heard about on the internet on the Matrix.
I assume that we walkie-talkie back to tell them where to meet us.
You can now. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just me alone in the car, like.
No, I'm there in the back.
Crusher's in the back.
Every once in a while,
Crusher joined me in the car.
Yeah, he stayed in the car. He's just sitting there popping his gum.
Yeah, every once in a while, I just hear the pop of a gum.
So let's cut. Yeah, let's cut back to that. Are you guys like having a conversation or?
That's a funny joke. Yeah. No, I'm just like, I pop
Well, I mean,
gum every once in a while.
you're both really comfortable, obviously, being half of a one-way conversation, right? Like,
Yeah.
Breakdown
absolutely.
talks to himself constantly.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
It's very true. I think that I would wind up, talking to Crusher, but not necessarily expecting a response, because I rarely expect the other person to say much. Just like, I was thinking today, after, that wonderful experience up on the rooftop, I was thinking about, just like my place in the universe is just like that sort of a thing the whole time that we're going in circles.
Yeah, while you do loser laps and the
Yeah.
gas gauge just slowly dips. Awesome.
I can't reach forward in the car at all, right? Like, I'm basically stuck. Oh, fuck, I gotta call you guys back, because we didn't reset
Okay.
the fucking call.
Rip.
Unless it's gonna work. Are people's cams gonna come back on immediately? Is it gonna work?
I see some spinnies.
Adam and Wheat, you guys gotta turn yours on. I don't think it's gonna work.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
we got two. We got two.
Dodger.
3.
Dodger.
Dodger can.
Mine
can't you
isn't
do it?
on?
Can't.
I
no.
turned mine on
it's Just
immediately.
spinning. It's just spinning. Oh, well, no, you canceled
Skype picture.
Am I
We forgot
here?
this.
No.
Am I
it.
here?
You gotta just let it go. You gotta just wait. Like, you can't reset it.
Okay.
We need to redo the call.
Yeah, I'll just call you back. That's just the simple way of doing this.
All right.
We're back. Oh, no, it's working. I'm not doing shit. All right,
Yay!
cool. We did it, everyone.
Okay. Welcome back, Breakdown.
So anyway, as I was saying, I was thinking about my place in the universe, and I feel like maybe
I can't lean forward in the car at all, right, Adam? Like, I'm
Well,
stuck in my
you're
little...
in basically. It's like a big, like super reinforced. Like the chair itself has hydraulics like on top of the shocks of the car, so that you don't like bottom the car out when you hit a bump. It's like a big like tack chair that you'd see in like a battleship or something, like, so you can fit in it. And it's got like a racing harness essentially, because a big regular satellite or a regular belt wouldn't do you any good. You can like reach for it, but you can't reach the front seat because you're all the way at the back.
Okay. I guess I just like struggling to reach forward to try to like hit the fucking radio as like he's
You're
constantly
reaching with your
talking.
assault cannon.
Yeah, and then eventually I get the assault cannon and spinning around, and I'm trying to like fucking poke the thing exactly to try to get it to turn on. And it's just more of those scenes.
Okay, cool. All right, so you get the. So while you're doing that, I think that the walkie-talkie like squawks to life.
I do one of the. And suddenly I wish that I was given more of a rundown on how to use it. Like,
Doesn't it just? It's on your head.
Well, it would be
Stop.
right because there's plastic pieces. So
yeah, I would have.
it would just be docked.
It would be more like this.
If I start talking, does it just immediately?
Yeah, totally. You
Okay.
don't have to turn it on. Like it's already on.
Okay, I just say Night's asked to break down. Meet us at the parking lot.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's the parking lot?
Do I hear that?
Where's the parking lot?
No, because they have to press the walkie-talkie button.
No.
So you didn't even hear the okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, you know the walkie-talkies work, so.
So eventually we figure out where the parking lot is and we get there.
Yeah, totally.
Do we see protests? Do we see any of the stuff
not
that they talked
outside?
about?
No.
Okay.
There are three.
Let's go.
There's like three white vans parked in the like short-term parking. They all have a sign painted on the side, like stenciled on them with like a cross, and it says like like New Dawn Church Fellowship or something. So you do notice those. That's a weird thing you notice as you like pull around into the back parking lot. The back parking lot is mostly employee vehicles and like maintenance trucks and stuff. But you do see a door like at the back side. Do you guys just come outside?
I'm standing at. Well, what I want to do is I want to stand on the inside, and I'll just like peek outside every now and then, so that we're still concealed.
Okay.
Good
You can
idea.
see the breakdown wagon approaching.
I wave. Hi.
Does Crusher see them being Bon
Yeah,
Bon?
you can see past the.
Yeah, the second that we come to a stop, I just open the back and like, walk out over to them, and then like usher them back to the car.
So as you start walking towards Hadia, she looks at Bon Bon, and when you make eye contact, she kind of like nudges her head towards the oncoming human tank, and she's like, "I assume this is our ride."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She nods.
Give her the-
Okay.
We all nod in unison.
There's a lot of nodding. Okay. All right. So, Crusher, you walk up and you see Hadia there with Night's Ass and Bon Bon, and she like just walks right up to you and like puts her bag down on the ground and like puts her hand out and introduces herself. She's like, "I'm Hadia."
I shake her hand. Give like it's firm, but not like the fact that I'm gonna break her bones.
Her return handshake is like you have pressure sensors and stuff,
Yeah.
and her return handshake is like pretty good. Like she's an orc, right? She's strong.
Okay.
So yeah, she gives you like a firm handshake.
Okay, and then I offer her a piece of gum.
She laughs and she takes it. She's like, "Thank you. I have airplane food breath." And
then
yeah,
I
she
just like
throws
motion
it.
towards the car with my head.
I like Hadia. She's a cutie.
She's like chewing on the gum, and she like gets in and she notices the big troll seat and kind of like nods, and then defers to you as to where to sit.
To me?
Yeah, she
Or
was
the
like
group?
she starts to get in and looks. There's a bunch of seats and turns around and is like, "Should I sit somewhere in particular?" Like she's hanging.
I like pat the seat right next to mine.
So your seat is like by itself in the back, and then there's the 3 seats ahead of it.
I pat one of the random seats.
Okay, so you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
all right. So she picks up her bags and like puts them in the van and gets in, sits down.
Yep, I jump in, sit down.
Okay.
I turn around and I go, "Hello, I'm Breakdown. It's so nice to meet you. I hope you had a good flight."
So she looks at you, like up and down, looks at your like your necklace and smiles and is like, she kind of squints. She's like, hold on, I know this. Dove?
As soon as that's said, I
God.
just slam the door in the back. It's like Dove, and then I just slam the door.
Okay. So she introduces herself to you and goes on this like story that lasts long enough that everybody gets in the van and starts to go. And it's just like a story about like this dove shaman that she knew in high school, and like this whole thing about how they went through this like raven phase, and like it was a big spiritual thing for them, and like she thinks they work at a bank now.
I'm like totally in it. I'm like, yeah, oh, totally, yeah, absolutely. It's so
Okay.
interesting.
All right. So how do you guys just go back out the way you came, or how do you leave the airport?
Well, as far as I know, there's no reason not to just like leave like totally normal.
Yep.
Okay.
But they know that there's like some sort of a protest going on and there's weird people, right?
They heard over the radio the words protest.
Mm-hmm.
I say we just go.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned.
Okie dokie. We leave.
Okay. All right.
I drive out of the car park like a totally normal, nondescript van.
All right.
It's bulletproof.
Cool.
It's tinted
So
windows.
it's fine. There's lots of bulletproof vans at the airport. So I think that like Bonbon or Night's Ass, whoever is sitting, I guess it'd be Night's Ass. You're sitting next to her. You notice that you notice her noticing the 3 parked vans, and she like pales slightly when she sees them, but tries to hide that she's like upset.
Is something bothering you? I asked.
She just like looks at the vans again, and she's like, I mean, you understand. Sometimes you have fans that are more aggressive than others. She like rolls her eyes. She's like, well, I'm just glad you got me out of there without having to get through the crowd like I had to go through the airport in Montreal. Let's hope that it's all uphill from here, huh?
Well, I mean, if there's something in particular you want me to keep my eye on, I will. Do you want us to get up here faster?
She's like, no, I'm sure it'll be fine. Besides, I don't see anyone around, so they're probably all waiting for me inside. They're gonna be really pissed when I don't come off that plane.
Yeah, I think we saw the friends you're looking for. They're inside.
So so you guys leave the airport. You like get on the highway and start heading back towards downtown to drop her off at the hotel. So I feel like that's probably a good place to do the end bit, the voting and the handing out the karma.
Sure.
Okay, that sound good. Okay, cool. So everybody, look at your character sheets. And did anybody accomplish their goal today?
I don't think anyone had goals, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. You only have one. So so this is a point in time where you can write a goal for your mission. So if you want to, and the goals don't have to be like make sure she doesn't get shot. It could just be like get to know her better, or like all it requires is that your character wants to do it, and that at some point in the pursuit of it that you make a roll, because you can't, if you don't roll, it doesn't count. So
And if we want to add an additional goal, is that okay? Or
you just have one
No,
goal.
one.
You can get rid of your goal before next
No,
session.
I'm keeping my goal.
Okay. So did anybody pursue their belief and make a roll related to it?
I don't think anyone made a roll. I don't think we.
I didn't make a roll.
Yeah.
Wheat definitely like asked me multiple times whether or not I would help them hurt people. He asked me about my birds, whether or not my birds would
you
hurt
have to-
people.
That'll be the one that pays off next time when you're in a position to kill someone or hurt someone and choose
Right.
not.
Yeah.
Okay. And
yeah.
did anybody's instinct get them in trouble?
Almost.
Mine just helped me a bunch of times, or at least once.
Okay. All right, cool. So no karma for that, but what we're going to do, I'm going to just go grab those links that we had before. I've got 3 straw poll links.
Oh, snap.
We're going to let...
So
Chat.
I think we should put these on the show or like announce these now.
Yeah.
Put them in the Q&A, and then we'll give out at the start of next session.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, cool. So yeah, everybody in chat, pop over to JP's subreddit. I'll do a Q&A thread, and I'll post these there, and you can vote on the 3 awards. There's a description of what all the awards are, so you don't have to worry about me explaining them to you.
Sweet.
If I make a goal of not get my goal is don't get hit. Is that cool? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Like not.
I know
like,
it's gonna be really hard to do.
You don't want to take any damage, or you want to like.
I just don't want to get hit.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, and then whoever just made that art that's my business card of Crushers is fucking, that's rad as shit. Whoever that is, I'd love to give credit to you, so tweet at me or something like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. So we'll get the straw polls up on the subreddit. And anything else, Adam? Is that it?
No, I think that's it for follow-ups. Obviously, if you have questions or whatever, just pop over the thread and I will answer them.
Cool stuff. All right, well, let's do some shout-outs here. Adam, why don't you start us off?
We didn't get to use them much, but massive shout-outs to Roll20 and the team there for making me these macros. When we get into a fight, they're going to be so useful. So thanks to you guys for taking the time to do that for me. I think, obviously, thanks to the audience for coming and checking it out. I was saying on one of the breaks that I really like giving Shadowrun a little bit more room to breathe than a lot of role-playing games. And I know that if you came here looking for like cyberpunk gunfights and you got like van conversation, it might be a little bit like not what you expected, but I'm glad you stuck around anyway. Thanks for watching.
Awesome stuff. Thanks for DMing. Dodger, do some shout-outs.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dodger. Thanks so much for tuning in to episode 2, day 2 of Mirrorshades, because it's been super fun so far. I am mostly a YouTuber on youtube.com/presshearttocontinue. I do gaming and anime bullshit stuff, and on youtube.com/dexteritybonus, I drink coffee and talk about my cats. So if either of those sound cool to you, I would love for you to subscribe. And I also stream every week at twitch.tv/dexteritybonus, and on all the social medias, I'm at dexbonus, dexbonus. And yeah, thanks again. That's it.
Cool stuff. Thanks for doing the show while sick.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, seriously.
Shout-outs to you for doing that. Kaitlyn, do some shout-outs.
Thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, all the fan art that everyone's been making is so awesome, but I'd specifically like to thank Tori Elfcat on Twitter for making just one of Knight's however you want to say it, and also Steve Noble. Steve Noble is so great. He always like makes individual character stuff.
Oh,
so yeah,
Kaitlyn,
shout out to those people.
We should give a shout out to that rando Swedish dude who stayed up until like whenever it is in Sweden.
Yeah.
Shout outs to you, Swedish guy.
Hardcore for sure. Wait, let me get his name. Anders.
What was this?
Twitter name is Tyrenes?
We had a brief Twitter conversation earlier today with a dude from Sweden who was like, I'm gonna stay up and watch it all night and then go to class in an hour.
Yeah, good luck in your class in an hour.
Gotcha.
Make
Gotcha.
it. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And if you wanna follow me or whatnot, I'm sure there's links somewhere. I don't know. My webcam's flipped, so I don't know what side it ends up on. Down.
Okay, that's enough point. There we go. All right. Last but not least, Wheat. Do some shout-outs, sir.
Yo, I want to echo what Adam said. Like, I'm sure. Well, it was so funny because when he gave us the schedule, I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna just spend the whole episode prepping for this thing. I know it. And, well, that's pretty much what we did. But I think as we get more into it, we'll definitely have some good times. But it's been great so far. I love this universe. It's fantastic. You know where to find me, twitch.tv/djWHEAT. I will be streaming some, what I call a boy and his yellow dinosaur. I like to play Smash 4 as Yellow Yoshi only. Hope you'll join me. If you like the PJ Salt in the stream, there's a lot of salt in my stream. I yell a lot.
True.
I say horse shit a lot. And every once in a while, I'll be stopped because Mini Wheat will pop in and be like, what's going on?
You know, Wheat, if you have a lot of salt in your stream, you should probably see a doctor, man.
Yeah, you're right about that. I have a whole nother story about that, but I'm going to tell it next time. Thank you guys for joining us, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Cool stuff. I still have only done 2 lines from my 4 lines on my character sheet, so I'm very excited to reveal the other 2 lines. I almost did in the first episode.
I think I remember one of them.
One of them is like, one of them I'm going to say it, and everyone's going to be like, what? It's going to be so fucking great. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, cool. I think we're all playing. Are we all good for Monday? Since that's the...
Yep.
Cool. All right, so we'll be back
Yippers.
on Monday. What fucking day is that? Is that February already?
The 3rd or something?
It'll be
second.
February 1st?
Second.
February 2nd at 9 o'clock Eastern for another 4 hours. So we'll see you guys in just a couple days. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We're out. First hour's up already on YouTube. Go watch it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.